Hello, this is David. I'm checking in on November 25th. I apologize for the absence. The short version is that I was not able to gear up as ambitiously as I thought I would. I kept having setbacks and inconsistency in my behaviors in terms of not keeping a schedule. I would break down and buy like frozen pizza, um, basically compulsive behaviors. And I really had to just focus on why I couldn't create the discipline and consistency I needed in order to heal. And the short version is um, basically it's hopelessness and helplessness. I was technically diagnosed with depression this summer, but the short version is that it started a long time ago. The feeling that there wasn't as much meaning in life as I felt like there should be, and so that and I learned this last summer that is a version of hopelessness. And then what that ended up doing is it creating a feeling of helpless, like if it wasn't going to change right away, why bother today? Which then would it creates the pattern where I would not work on projects that made me feel good. I would not eat things that made me feel good. I would, um, watch movies and waste days away. Um, I'd eat foods that were comfort foods, high in fat and carbohydrates and you name it, frozen foods and stuff like that. And even though those weren't making me feel good, but in the moment they did make me feel good. And this has been going on for a long time. Um, Earliest memories were from childhood, which I'll may or may not talk about in the future. It could that indicates it could be environmental, it could be genetic, could be chemical. Um, a lot of it, though, sometimes I've done a lot of reading online, and it sounds like the less inflammation you have in your body, the healthier you eat. Basically, the better you take care of yourself, and the better, the less you will suffer from things like depression. And for me, I've created a whole environment. That's why I'm doing this project, among others. I'm working on some other stuff to rebuild that there is still hope and that life isn't helpless. Maybe things can change, and just by having that faith that something can change, does that give you hope? I don't know. I do find that for me, I had to be honest with myself, and that was the first step. Um, that to accept that I do have depression, and to accept that in order to change that, I need to be more at peace with myself, which means meditating on being at peace versus just saying, well, I'll be at peace today. And, it's hard when all your thoughts are negative all the time to start thinking about things positively on a long term fundamental level. So for me, that meant slowing everything down, just choosing one or two projects or things to really focus on and then go from there instead of looking at everything at once. And for instance, today I was supposed to help out at a local food bank, but I woke up and I just was not feeling it. I don't do like depressive naps or depressive sleeping like most people. But did read a book today in lieu of, but that was healthier than watching a movie. I'll talk about the dopamine, the serotonin. I think it's dopamine. I don't know. Um, Computers and stuff like that. Movies, like social media, movies. There's a whole bunch of things. Alcohol, certain types of foods. They're all quick. They're like quick dopamine hits, which is basically like a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. But what ends up happening is, especially in today's world, they're so convenient and they're around us all the time. You can overindulge in those and get your dopamine out of balance. So maybe tomorrow I'll talk a little bit about the schedule I put together, just to sort of show you what I've been trying. what I'm trying to do and how simple it can be, or I needed to make it, and some of the tools I'm using. Um, because by accomplishing those tasks and sticking to that schedule, it creates a more natural chemical like dopamine level where you you feel better, instead of these, you watch a movie for 2 hours and that was a quick hit. You move on to the next thing, or you go out, and you drink a couple beers with some friends, or just at the bar alone. A lot of people do that, and it makes you feel good, especially if you're like watching sports and stuff for a little bit, but it pushes everything out of balance. So I am going to commit at least a half hour to this every day. I won't necessarily post or publish every day, because I would like to try to make things look a little better and take some time with it. But I do want to see how much I can accomplish in the next 60 days in terms of a complete change, in hopes of inspiring others, but more importantly, in hopes of helping myself get through um, this cycle that I've been stuck in for all these years. So, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to updating you soon, and thank you so much.